Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on which part of the world you are dialing into the March Digital Health Symposium here at HITLAB. And welcome to everybody from around the world. Appreciate you spending some of your valuable time. We know you're all really busy, and to discuss, learn, chat about the review of HIMSS and VIVE from earlier this month in Miami and Orlando. We had a terrific restart, if you will, of live conferences in Southern Florida, Central Florida over the last 30 days. And today we're going to go through some of the key things that were learned from those two meetings, talking with people from all over different sectors of healthcare, different parts of the world, about what they learned at those meetings. And some people who have created and developed some of the most innovative platforms that are responding to a lot of what we saw in those meetings. My name is Stan Kachnowski, and I am the host of the Digital Health Symposium today. And I'll be introducing you to a number of different folks. The team doing all the work in the background: Jerry Antamano, Rachel Fredman, and Jess Gem will be working the various chat boxes and the different graphics that you see and introductions, etc. We've also got a number of other hosts and speakers that will be presenting and walking you through what they've learned at HIMSS and VIVE over the last 30 days as well. The agenda today is packed. We've got a lot going on and a lot to review, so we'll kick into it pretty quickly here. And first, by making sure we thank all of our terrific sponsors. Can't thank these folks enough. Without them, a lot of these programs and the good work at the lab does not happen. So special thanks to Goodwin and Persistent and Moses and Singer, Curio HealthX, certainly Aperture Metadata and LifeCare and Medacity. So if you have a chance to say thank you to those people, please do. They have, those companies and those technologies have been absolutely critical in making sure that the digital health ecosystem is continuing to grow and to evolve and to emerge. This is going to be a very lively session. We have, first of all, this is a free way to enter. So there's no charge for admissions and entering the program. And it's also live chat. So I'll kick off things and throw everyone over a quick chat, and you can link in with me there if you want to message me any questions or any comments. Feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn and message any questions or comments that you have on LinkedIn. You can also use the chat box here, although it is going to get very busy. You'll see the chat box start to light up substantially with people throwing in their LinkedIns, throwing in introductions, which we would recommend you all do. So feel free to not only ask questions on the chat Q&A, but also using the chat function within Zoom. Feel free to jump in and introduce yourself to everybody who is on the call and on the Zoom with us. Again, we want to make sure that we can accelerate the adoption of digital health through not just education, but also inspiration and connection. So we do want people to come in here and learn and connect and be motivated to really change healthcare through digital adoption and digital technologies. We're going to kick off the first session now about VIVE and HIMSS and what we've learned with one of the foremost digital health leaders and ecosystem connectors, Paul Saunier, who will also be doing a giveaway of his book. The first chat question as well, coming in from Eugene: will this be available on a recording? And the definite answer there is yes. And so please look again into the chat box and subscribe to the HITLAB YouTube channel. What happens is, after the program is over, you will see, if you drop a subscription tab onto that link I just threw in the chat box, you will be able to subscribe to the YouTube video channel that we have at HITLAB, and as videos drop, you will be notified and be able to see sessions become available. Great question, Eugene. Also, we will be posing various trivia questions over the course of the next 3 hours, and you will have a chance to win one of Paul Saunier's books, the Fourth Revolution, the Fourth Wave, the Coming of the Digital Revolution, a New Era of Human Progress. And so Paul will be on the program today, as well as he will be doing a special signed a copy of the book for the people that win the trivia questions for each one. Again, the Fourth Wave, Digital Health, a New Era in Human Progress. And Paul will personalize that signing for you and send it over to you later on this week. So again, very happy to have Paul in the program. Very, very excited to have his book giveaway become a part of the program as well for this this week. So again, please continue to use the chat box and make introductions to everybody in the meeting through and via chat. Again, we want to connect. So let's get to the first question. The first question is for the day: what % of employers are willing to expand their telemedicine offerings in 2022? 38% A, 62% B, or 76% C, also known as the coming of the virtual first and virtual health genre of healthcare over the next 10 years. We're seeing major transformation occurring there. And the answer is, it looks like we've got a bunch of answers coming in, but the first one to answer wins the book. The answer is 76%, or C. And then going back at the chat, looks like Donna was the first one to enter that. Congratulations, Donna, on that answer. Well done. And as you all know, who are watching the program, and if you don't, you'll learn now, one of the tremendous offerings that we have today in digital health to go to and to turn to is the Columbia Business School program's digital health program. And at Columbia Business School, digital health is one of the leading areas of the healthcare and pharmaceutical program that they have. As a director of the digital health program at Columbia, I have been working closely with industry leaders and certainly the incredible professors at Columbia to put together 4 different programs in digital health: introduction to digital health and strategy, the digital health, smart investing in digital health, launching and financing new ventures in digital health, managing digital therapeutic approvals and reimbursements, and then AI and data science in digital health. And the 2 programs, managing digital therapeutics approvals and then AI and data science, will be coming up this April and this May. And again, if you are interested in attending, please contact me via LinkedIn or email. But in the meantime, to give you a taste and to give you a sense of what is offered in these programs, I am extremely happy to present Professor Toubia, who is a professor at Columbia Business School, has been leading the efforts in research and scholarship and publishing in data science and these types of data-driven healthcare initiatives. And I will hand the virtual lectern over to Professor Toubia. Olivier, it's all yours.
Hi, thank you, Stan. Hi, everyone. Thank you for being here. So yeah, I'm going to share with you a bit of taste of the research that we do in the business school in marketing. It's not going to be focused exclusively on digital health. We're going to look at some applications in digital health, but we're trying to look more broadly at how firms design logos and how logos actually convey the identity of brands. And so we have some brands in our data that are in the health and digital health domain, but others, of course, that are not. So I'll try to emphasize some links to healthcare, but it's not purely only healthcare. I just want to give you maybe a few minutes of a window into the type of research that my colleagues and I like to do when we're not teaching. So this is a paper that we actually is going to be published soon in Marketing Science with my colleague Asim Ansari and our ex-PhD student Ryan Du, who's now at Wharton. So what we're doing, and I know I only have a few minutes, I just want to maybe give you a rough idea of what we're doing. In this paper, we're trying to bring data science and machine learning to the design of logos. So designing a logo is a very artistic, fuzzy task, and we're trying to see if we can actually make it a little bit more scientific. So every firm, of course, has a logo. Every brand has a logo. And then sometimes brands decide to redesign the logo. So if I'm McDonald's and I want to know what would happen if I change my logo. So how will the message in the logo, how will the perception that people have of my brand be changed if I change my logo, if I change the color, the font, the shape. Now, what if I want to maybe come up with an innovative concept? Maybe if I want to be a daring fast food, or if I want to be a healthcare company that is also at the same time, I don't know, like high tech or whatever, any other personality trait of the brand. What would that look like? What type of logo would convey my unique and innovative positioning? And then if I'm launching a new firm, maybe I'm launching a new digital health firm or a new fast food chain, how do I design the logo that is going to convey to the audience what I am about and who I am? And so these are the type of questions we're trying to address in this project. So what we're going to do is we collected a bunch of data from hundreds of firms, and we so we know the logo, we know what they do, we know the industry in which they work, and we also ask people to rank these firms on what we call brand personality. So it's basically rating the firm as a person. So how daring, conservative, innovative, sexy, and so on and so forth is this firm. And so we have all of this data together. And so from this, actually, we're going to try to extract the essence of the brand. We're going to try to extract a bunch of numbers that are going to capture the soul, the kind of the essence of what the brand stands for. And then how this then translates into different logo features and different brand personality and others. I don't know if some of you are familiar with machine learning, but you see an application here of deep learning and variational autoencoders. But let's first look a little bit at the data that we put together. So we have about 700 firms. We know, again, the logo, what they do, and their personality. And then just before we go into any fancy machine learning, I can show you a little bit a taste for the data that we have. So you can see here we created this little app that allows us to explore how the logos vary as a function across brands. So if I'm let's say I want to look at how people perceive the I want to look at, let's say, the colors of logos, and I'm going to focus on healthcare here. So this is all the healthcare brands in our data, and we can see, for example, that the blue medium color tends to be pretty popular in healthcare, but actually that the gray is less popular. And we can also look at things like the type of font that are being used in different logos within the healthcare industry. We can look at the shape in the logo. So we see a lot of rectangle and oval in the healthcare. We don't see as many triangle in healthcare. So these are just patterns we see in the data. And of course, we don't have only healthcare. We have lots of other labels. If you want to, let's say, electronics, then you have a very different picture, of course. So we put together all this data that links together the logo, and we extracted some features of the logo, the font, the color, the shape, the complexity, and so on and so forth. We know what the brand does. We have a description of what they do. And also we know the industry, of course, and we have a sense of their personality. So for example, if you look at the brand personality within the, back to the healthcare, so we see that excitement actually is low on healthcare. So healthcare brands tend to be rated lower on excitement and lower on ruggedness, but they tend to be ranked higher on sincerity and competence. So we have, for all the brands in the data, we have maybe people rated them on these different characteristics as if they were people, basically. So that's just to give you a sense of the data we have, which is nice. And the link is here if you want to have fun with this. Please go ahead. It's nice interactive tool. But what we want to do is we want to go further.
Yeah, no, this is great. Thank you, Olivier. And if you could drop the link into the chat box for
yes, let me do that right now.
That'd be great. And again, really appreciate your time, knowing how busy you are, and jumping into this quick Zoom meeting to let everyone see the good work that is going on at Columbia Business School in the digital health program. Much appreciated. Thank you very much, Professor Toubia.
You're welcome. All right, bye. Take care.
Big round of applause for Professor Toubia from the Columbia Business School. And also just a reminder for everybody on the program that managing digital therapeutic approvals is coming up later on in April. Runs from April 12 to April 21. And we'll be popping in a discount code for those of you who are in the meeting only. And it'll be, instead of the usual $4,900, if you are attending the digital health symposium today, you can actually get your certification in digital therapeutic approvals for $999. And that's a really good opportunity to meet a lot of great folks and hear a lot of great frameworks and ideas and scholarship from folks like Professor Toubia.